Hello and welcome to the unfortunate few who stumbled across this. My monthly painting progress for this July of 2024. We'll quickly go through it. First up, I have a few tactical marines to I accomplished as the pretty early in the month. Simple 2 Mark 6s, a 3D printed Anvilus pattern backpack on this one. Because I want to try it out, and then 3D printed shoulder pads because I don't like the split down the middle studded plastic ones. They don't do so well. I didn't feel like scraping off. This is a printed arm on him. Scraping off the skull icon. I've done it on another arm because I've used this arm before. But this one, I decided to leave it on there, just kind of see how it goes. But yeah, they're fine. You know, I've certainly painted worse. The highlighting is a little thick on the helmets, though. Kind of irks me, but what's done is done. But obviously, I have to have the hazard stripes on every weapon that can have them. And as you can see on their legs, they match the rest of my army in that they look like they are going. They are part of a first or second wave into a battle. They're not completely fucked yet, but they're already getting dingy and dirty, and it's only inevitable as other of my models are chopped up. Next up is a Contemptor Dreadnought that I did for part of a challenge in the Outer Circles Discord by a fellow named Kenny. It was a 2 weeks to paint dirt, mud, and blood. And so it was basically to try and paint something grimy. I had started this a bit ago, not painting wise. I had some plastic sprue chopped up onto the base to kind of give it a mass, and I had a vague idea of where I was going to put this body at, and I had started to build a Contemptor Dreadnought previous to the month, but it's done. I finished it within the 2 week time period. The dead Marine, he is mostly plastic. That's an old Assault Marine head, or body. Plastic arm. It's a printed Vembrace for Mark III, and then the legs are sculpted with green stuff. I wanted it to look like a dreadnought walking over a small crater in which a marine or hill or whatever in the muddy field of war, where a marine is already lying back and probably dying. I would assume so, given by the lack of hand and legs, but you never know. Kind of hard to kill. There's my dog. Other things that will be shown later. Yeah, he has the plasma cannon, because I've been using the plasma cannon when I run the Contemptor, and it's been pretty entertaining, honestly. The decals are from the Chaos Space Marine. The Ironworks part of that, and then 24 because I am running the 24th Grand Battalion. And obviously it's a danger, you know, it's a power plant thingy. And yeah, it is dirty, it's muddy. There's the blood. I like the spiky claws more. I thought it looked more threatening than the flat fingers, but he is done. I quite enjoyed how he turned out. That's my dog again. Yeah, I need to get another Contemptor because quite frankly, they're busted. I'm not usually one to sit there and be like, oh, power game, but people like to run Dreadnoughts, and, well, the easy counter to a Dreadnought is a Dreadnought. A Rhino, I finally finished another vehicle. This one is this was the Mars as a plastic Mars one with a, the doors and the front is from Pop Goes the Monkey. The heavy flamer itself is from the new Deimos box Predator Rhino kit. The hatch right here is from the Cast Space Marine one, and the Dozer blade is printed. And it looks dirty. I think it matches. Is it the cleanest? Is it the best looking tank out there? No, of course not. But it is mine, and it's done. So there's that at least. The smokestacks are put on back because this turret is also from Pop Goes the Monkey, and it couldn't turn very well when the smokestack was right there. So I was like, oh fuck, I'll just put it back further. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty all right, all things considered. I don't like painting vehicles, and I've added one more to my small but growing collection of them. Hopefully others follow suit. The next group of idiots I accomplished is 2 Saturnine Terminators to look like Siege Tyrants, and 2 bikes to finish off a bike squad I started pretty early on when I started the army, honestly. The Saturnine are all 3D printed, obviously. The bikes are from Cromlech with some plastic bits. I'll talk about the Saturnine first. I'm not going to mention the name of the guy who sculpted these. I will say these are the single best looking Saturnine that I have come across personally. Saturnine was never my favorite Terminator armor, but as a small squad to bolster my own army, for my own Siege Tyrants, I think these could work to, because what if I want to run, another squad? What if I don't want any friends, The missiles are painted red because I'm a simpleton. Muddy, yada yada yada. Very, very good models. They print well, even with my faster set on my printer. That sometimes fucks me over, but not for these guys, so that was nice. The Cromlech bikes. Mostly a giant chunk of resin. The backpack, the head, and the chest plates are plastic. The shoulders are the sergeant's shoulders are printed, and the servo arm is printed. I was trying to figure out how to put a power axe or a power maul on them, but the Cromlech arm is cast into the handle, so I'd have to chop off the whole arm. I'd have to chop the arm apart, or just build a new handle from scratch, and I didn't really feel like doing that. These were also completed for another challenge in the month, or in the Outer Circles Discord, for Cavalry. So there's that, at least. They're done. I don't really have much to say about them. One day I'll actually figure out how to use an airbrush, but, they like to break on me, so I don't like to try with them. But yeah, that's all I've accomplished for the month of July. It's not a particularly large amount of individual pieces. The picture was safe on the decal. I think on that one might have been a little wet. The 2 Saturnines, 2 bikes to finish off a squad, a Contemptor Dreadnought, and 3 Tactical Marines, which, as soon as I finish one more Tactical Sergeant, then I can have a squad of, another squad of 10, or I can just use them as spare bodies to throw into the other squads. Also, I probably should have mentioned I can use the wrist thing as a Nuncio Vox, or a Vexilla, or whatever. Whatever little tidbit of war gear that can be thrown on tactical squads for just such a tactical occasion. But that is what I accomplished this merry fine month of July. And let me know if you've accomplished anything, and have yourself a wonderful day.